Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are having an amazing day today, and I hope you guys are making some awesome sales, getting stuff listed as always. So today we're going to be looking at bundling items and if you should be doing it or if you should be spending more time just listing more and more items, getting up things individually and just trying to sell stuff. So I put up a little presentation here to show you the numbers and the math that I did. I didn't want to just like spit numbers at you guys and you kind of just like staring at me like, what are you talking about? So I put them up on the screen here. Hopefully you guys like this setup. I'll probably be doing it just when we need to like look at numbers and stuff like that. Other than that, I'll just be talking to you. Anyway, let's get right into it. Selling individual items usually costs about $3 per item, usually around $2.70 to like $3.10 depending on where it goes. I live in Oklahoma, so if I'm sending something to Texas, it's like $2.70. If I'm sending something to California, it's like $3.10. So that's really the range that at least I pay for. I don't know how much you guys pay for if you're like in California and you're sending it to Florida, if it's much more. I'm not entirely sure, but for me, these are the averages. I wanted to pick nice even numbers too, so it might be a little bit off, but for the most part, it's pretty accurate. So here we go. At $10 an item, you're profiting about $5 after fees and shipping. And that's not including the cost of the item. So if you paid $3 for this item, you're only profiting $2, right? So like I said in my last video, if you guys haven't seen it yet, it was about can you sell DVDs on eBay and still make money? I'll link it right above me, wherever, right there. If you haven't seen that, go watch it. I put out some pretty good information on what genres you should look for and all that stuff. And I talked about you shouldn't be selling items under $8 because you're hardly going to make any money. You know, you're going to be making like $1 or $2, and especially with your time, is it really worth it? And I went in discussion on that video, so you can go check that out if you want to hear that discussion. But like I said, don't want to go any really under $8 per item when you're selling things on eBay. And right here, it pretty much shows you why. You're making $10 or $5 on a $10 item, and it's not including your costs. On a $5 item, you're making under $1. I just put $1 just so it's a nice even number, but it's under $1. So it's not really good to sell stuff, you know, at low cost. And the reason I didn't put like $20 items on here, because you're most likely not going to put a $20 item in a bundle. You might have like a bunch of stuff you might want to put in and just sell like for a $200, $300 lot, but I don't think that's really worth it to put, you know, such high items that might sell pretty quickly. You know, you have a $20 item and you make $15 off of it after fees and shipping, or like $14 or whatever. I'd rather do that than putting it in a bundle and trying to sell the bundle. You know, that's just me. I don't really have experience selling like higher dollar items in bundles just because I like to sell them individually. But let's go ahead and look at the bundle prices for everything here. So when we talk about bundling with shipping, I just went ahead and pretty much went with priority shipping. Some people use medium mail. I don't use medium mail, and I'll give you a few reasons why here. When I used to sell about 3 or 4 years ago, I got in trouble with the post office. It wasn't, you know, I didn't get like any like law breaking or anything like that. I just sent a lot of stuff through medium mail, video games, action figures, stuff like that. You know, obviously you're not supposed to send action figures, but even with the video games, I actually talked to the post office, like the postmaster, whatever his name is, and he said you can only send books through medium mail, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna screw with, you know, the post office anymore. I don't want to get in trouble. I just want, you know, everything to be okay. So I don't send anything through medium mail other than books. I just don't. That's just not. I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it. But if you guys want to be my guests, send it through medium mail. But we're going to be talking about priority mail. So I send everything priority if it's over £1. Some people use retail ground and economy shipping. Guys, please just spend the extra like 20 or 30 cents and send it priority. It'll make your customer much more happier. And I don't know, it just makes me feel better when I make my customer happier. You know, it takes 1 to 8 days, or 2 to 8 days, I think, for economy or retail ground, when it takes, you know, 2 days for priority. So make sure just to spend the extra 20 cents, guys, and it'll just make your customer more happy. So trust me on that one. But anyway, it doesn't matter. $10 per item we're gonna ship. And if we have if we have $10 items in our bundle, we're selling bundles of 5. So we have a $50 price on this bundle, and we're gonna profit $32 after fees and shipping. So we're gonna be making $6.40 per item on our bundle here. And if you look back above, I guess you really can't, but if you go back in the video, whatever, it's $5 per item on those $10 items. So we made about $1.50 extra by putting it in a bundle. So is it really worth it? You know, when you think of it, you kind of look at the numbers, you know, you might be thinking, oh, I can get more money if I put it in a bundle, but are you really getting more money? And that's the thing. You're getting $6 on average $6.50 per item there. So you're making an extra $1.50, but is it really worth it? When you look at the $5 items, you're doubling your money. You have a $25 cost on your bundle, and on those items, on that profit, you're gonna make $10. You're gonna make $2 per item. So you are doubling your money there. But then again, is it really, really worth it to put your money or put your time into doing these bundles just for items? And I'm talking about if you're buying these items to specifically bundle them, not to, if you have a bunch of items and you want to put them in a bundle or you want to put them out individually, that's a whole different story. I mean, I wouldn't buy these items in general to sell individually or to really bundle them. But when you're thinking about, should I buy these 10 items or these 5 items to just specifically put in a bundle, that's what I'm trying to take a look at right here. So if you want to, you could definitely make a little bit more money shipping 5 items at a time instead of 1. You would definitely save on shipping costs that way. And that's really what it's about, guys, is just saving on shipping costs here. So what if we bundle 20 items or more? Okay, so this is what gets a little bit more lucrative. If we do that, it's a much bigger box. We're gonna put $15 on it, which the large priority mail shipping is about, I think it's like up to $18.50. Back when I started, it was only $15. So we're gonna take an average of $15 here, and at a $10 item, for $20, we're gonna be doing $20 price or $200 price for the entire bundle, and we're gonna be profiting about $145 after fees and shipping and all that good stuff. So we're going to be coming out to $7.25 an item. So we're stepping it up another 75 cents per item for the profit. And when we go down to the $5 items, we have about a $100 price point, and we're profiting about $72. So we're going to be profiting $3.50 more, or $3.50 per item, $1.50 more. So when you really look at it, when you're selling low cost items and bundles, it's more lucrative to do that than to sell the higher cost items, just because you have more of it and your cost basis is most likely less on those items. So if you're asking me if I would bundle items for at least DVDs and movies and stuff like that, anything meaty, anything that's like 3 to 4 ounces, something that's kind of lighter, would I do it? It depends on the circumstance. If I'm buying a huge lot, so I'm at a flea market, right, and there's just a bucket of stuff, and I see a game in there that's worth $20, $30, and a few other ones I know will sell pretty quickly, and the guy wants $50 for it, right? Of course, I'm going to pick it up, and I'm going to sell those items that I know I can sell separately for $20 to $30, make my profit back, and then I'll have maybe like 20 or 30 more items to sell. And if I sell those items for, let's say I make $2 a piece on them, right? So say I make $2 a piece on them. Do I want to bundle those, or do I want to sell them separately? I would bundle them, okay? So if I have just leftover items that I know is just straight profit after that, why take time out of my day to list 30 more items on eBay individually and make $1 or $2 an item, right? If I can just post one bundle, and say I post it for $50 and someone offers me 40, I take it, whatever, I make 20, $30, right? It's more lucrative to do that because it's a sell-through rate. You're doing it faster and faster, and you're making more money quickly instead of taking your time to do something that might take forever. Who's going to want to buy that $8 game, that $10 game, that $5 movie individually, right? It's just something that you have to look at, because if someone sees something in a lot, they say you have 20 items in a lot and they like half of them, right? They're like, oh, I'll take half of them. It's a pretty good deal. You're getting it's only like $2 a movie. I'll go ahead and take it, right? So that's just something you have to think of. You have to think of it in a sense of, what if you were the customer, right? You have to think of that. Are you getting a good deal with your bundle? Are you kind of having a discounted price with everything? You kind of just have to look at it in the way, if you're the customer, price it and be competitive like that. So that's taking a look at movies and video games. I want to take a look at one more thing, and that is action figures and other big boxed collectibles. So this is something that's different. I sell a lot of, items that are over a pound. I think I shipped out 3 or 4 today that were over a pound. And it is better, in my opinion, to bundle these big items if you can. So let's go ahead and look at the items here. If you're selling loose stuff, just loose action figures and stuff like that, I do bundle some of those stuff, and it's really the same price as everything else above, so it's not really anything different. But if you're selling boxed items, you're getting about $10 to ship. Like I said, with the other thing, if we're going to ship priority mail, we're going to cost around $8 to $12 really, if it's just a medium-sized item. So if you're selling a $20 item, you're netting about $7 after fees and shipping. That right there is what I want you guys to take a look at when you're out sourcing, and you might see something that, oh, it's a $20 item. I'm going to get it for $5, right? And you might think, oh, that's a pretty good profit. But you have to remember the shipping costs are $10, around $10, anything over a pound. Now, if it's under a pound, you can get action figures and stuff under a pound. But if it's a heavier action figure or something that's in a box and it's heavier, you have to think of the shipping cost, right? So if it's going to be over a pound, you're not going to be making but like $1 or $2 on that item. So that's something you guys need to look at, and especially if it's under $10 or $10 or under, really even $15, don't touch it. That price of the shipping price is just absolutely going to kill you. Absolutely going to kill you. Make sure you guys remember what your shipping prices are, so you'd be making negative profit if you bought really anything under 10, 15 bucks. So let's go down to the bundle here. Where's my mouse? There it is. So if you're selling in bundles of 1 to 5, it cut off my profit. Good grief. Anyway, $20 to ship here if we're using, a bigger box, a priority mail. See, I put a little asterisk by it. So we're having 5 items in this bundle at $20 items. Gets us about $100 for the price of the bundle, and it cut off the profits there. But the profits are about $70. We'd be making $14 an item. So if you guys remember, right above, it was $7 for that $20 item. Now we just doubled it. Why? Because that shipping cost, we literally cut it in half pretty much. So we'd be paying $50 for those items. Now we're only paying $20. So we pretty much cut it in half there. We're making $14 per item. It's all about the shipping cost, guys. So if you can bundle bigger stuff, please do so. Now look here, if we're selling 2 items at a $40 price point, we're making the same amount if we were selling 1 item. Why? Because the shipping cost is the same. It's all about the shipping cost, guys. So that's something you need to take a look at when you're selling bigger items or medium-sized items, is can you bundle them? If so, will they sell quickly, and how much of the shipping cost are you going to save? Because it's really all about that shipping cost. So those are the numbers there. Now let's just talk a little bit about is it worth it to bundle the items, in my opinion. So if you're going out to specifically source things to sell in bundles, is it worth it? It could be, depending on how much your prices are. Like I said, if you're getting stuff in a bundle yourself, if you're buying things in a bundle, and you get something that will basically cover the cost of maybe half of the items, then I think it's worth it to definitely pick up that item, sell it very quickly, because if you can sell something quickly, get half your money back, and then maybe the other half might sit for a few weeks, maybe even a month, but you still make pretty good profit on that bundle. I think it can be lucrative to your business and to your profit margins if you can do that. Now, if you buy, say you're out buying, movies because you just like buying movies and you want to sell them, but you can't sell them individually. You're buying movies for $1 a piece. They go on eBay for $8, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to actually just buy 20 movies and bundle them, right? Well, that right there is kind of, I don't really like that business model, because when you think of it, you're not making too much money, right? You're making about $2 per item when you're doing that, but you have to think of how long will that bundle sit. So this is something that I think is important with bundles, is because I don't bundle very often items very often. I actually made a bundle listing today. I'll put it up here with a bunch of video games. And those video games are very good, right? They're going to sell very quickly. I've already gotten an offer on them. It was low as like $50. Probably take like 55, 60 for it. But it was going to California, so it would have cost me more for the shipping costs. So it's all about that shipping cost. But anyway, you want to make sure that items you're selling in that bundle are items that are going to sell through very quickly. If they're just junk and you're putting a bundle of junk out there, people know that. People aren't going to be like, well, I know why that's bundled, because there's one good item and there's the other 19 are crap, and that's why you're bundling it, right? And a lot of people do that. They try to bundle their crap and they get rid of it. But if you're doing it through like a standpoint of, I'm going to buy all of these individually just to sell them in a bundle, I don't think that's a good idea, guys. It's not worth really your time and your money to go ahead and do that. Now, if it's good stuff, it is worth your time, because you're only making one listing. Now, if I was to list all those 6 games individually, right, they were all about $10 games, I would be making about, $2, $3? I didn't pay anything for those. Those were my personal items that I've just had for years, and I just wanted to get rid of them. So I would be making about $3 per item, right, if I sold them individually. But if I sold them in a lot, I just get them out of here. I don't have to deal with them. I don't have to deal with shipping out 6 different items, because I know they're going to sell pretty quickly, right? They're very lucrative items to other people. they're going to sell. So I think it's just something to look at is how fast the sell-through rate is and if you can get them to sell. If not, there's no reason to buy stuff individually and really try and go for that. If you found those items like out in the wild for $1 or $2 and you wanted to bundle them, sure, do it because it's great profit. It's going to sell quickly. But if you're buying like sports games or just like comedy movies that aren't really going to sell quickly, don't do it, guys. I want to hear your comments below. Do you guys think you should be bundling items or not? Like I said, it's all about the shipping costs. If you're selling big items in bundles, that is a thumbs up. I've sold plenty of action figures, like giant action figures in one bundle, and I saved a ton of money on shipping costs. So I think it is a good idea to bundle those big items. Don't go out just looking for stuff to bundle. I don't think it's a very good business model, but it could be. Just tell me below what you guys think, and if you guys have any more thoughts on this, I would love to hear them, guys. So make sure to hit that thumbs up. If you have anything to say, comment about down below. And hit that notifications bell if you guys want to see more videos, and subscribe as well if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.